Hi, and welcome back to Wicked Ones Tarot. My name's Carmen, and today we have a reading for someone that needs to maybe take a little bit of a break or step back from a friendship or a partnership. Because it feels to me like somebody is trying to get the truth out of you, and maybe they don't deserve it. With the Dark Goddess Oracle, we have Nyx coming out. I believe she is of Greek origin. But the idea behind Nyx is that she is the mother of all things in the night. So, like vampires, lichen, werewolves. Is that the same thing? I don't know. Maybe not. You guys can correct me if I'm wrong. But we've got, like, see, we even have the little bats hanging from the trees. But the idea was that she was a source of comfort to all of these creatures of the night. They could come to her if they needed to, ask for help or confide their secrets in somebody. And one of the warnings that comes along with this Dark Goddess card is that you should be cautious about who you're telling your information to. There could be somebody who's trying to steal from you, potentially even something that you work on. But then we also have from the fairy godmother, the truthfulness card. So there is somebody here that you should be truthful with. And another person, I believe, that you should maybe be a little bit coy with, not necessarily give them what they're looking for, right? All right, let's call in spirit with a little bit of wind chime time. That's just too little. Happy Friday. If you're watching this the day that it's posted. Hi there, Voodoo. How are you doing? I hope you are all doing well. I think we're going to start with the Voyage of the Soul Oracle, and then we'll have to dive into the tarot. All right, let's see. What do we have? Answers. Clarity, transparency, justification, disclosed, and bear. For some of you, this is a legal situation where documenting something initially with somebody is really important. I'm doing well, thank you. And that, of course, would also suggest that you should only be truthful with one person, or you should be very cautious with that truth, right? Gaia, plants, grounding, purification, herbs, holistic, and earth. Cleanse, salt, sage, soak, detox, and revive. So there's something that is coming back to life or being born as a result of your truth. So you may be starting a company or starting a program, something here that helps in terms of providing clarity. Hi there, Mountain Girl. Hello, Miss Joanna. Happy Friday. Thank you for sharing that, Voodoo. We have mystery, silence, captivating, secrets, high priestess, mystic, hidden, and then dimensions, portals, astral travel, otherworldly, unseen, metaphysical, and purpose. Mission, quest, soul's calling, aspiration, goal, and drive. All right, so here's what I see. You have either recently or you're about to discover what your purpose is. And it has something to do with, I think, guiding others. But you're a high priestess, so we will likely see that come out from the tarot today. There's something here about your ability to, I think, see how the puzzle fits together. So you may be a bit of a leader here, or you're kind of a muse. You might inspire others who need to take charge. But I do feel like you pay a little bit for this privilege in the sense that you can't have a lot of people close to you, right? So you do have to be really kind of picky in terms of who you let into your sphere. But you're also going to, I think, be kind of almost like liaison here between, I think, pretty important people. We have the Ten of Wands in the reverse and the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. There's something that's a little bit heavy that you're dealing with right now, something that seems a little difficult to resolve. So you may have a lot of your focus on this particular situation right now because it is an obstacle. And it feels to me like somebody is going to solve that for you or give you the option you hadn't considered. Like here you are looking at your options to resolve this issue, and I feel like somebody adds one for you. Something you hadn't considered or something that wasn't an option, maybe because money. King of Cups in the reverse, Nine of Swords in the reverse. There's something that you've had to kind of steel yourself against, steel. Like you had to find a way to put on a happy face or kind of play a role here because you knew. I mean, I guess the example that's coming to me right now is, have you ever had a salesperson in whatever situation? Maybe you're buying a car, maybe you're buying a house, maybe you're buying an expensive purse, but they reek of desperation and it makes you that much less likely to want to buy from them. You just don't, maybe you don't feel like you can trust them. Maybe you don't feel like somebody knows they have to have this veneer or this facade of everything's fine for things to go the way that they want. It's like I keep hearing like just a little bit longer. Like as long as you keep up with this charade, then things are going to be fine. Wow, Seven of Swords in the reverse, Eight of Swords in the reverse. I like the progression. We do also have the Nine of Swords as the last card. So heavy on air. I do feel like at this point, the message is somebody has to kind of accept that practicality doesn't always win out. There might be something that you have to use your intuition for. You can't really just reason through this. You have to kind of trust your gut. So it feels to me like you are potentially choosing between people that you could trust. All right, we're going to get a few from the Kipper. We have Coffin in the reverse. Message of concern. So this is not a death, but there is something concerning that comes in. I feel like this is pertaining to somebody's money or employment. So I feel like the message here is, yeah, it might seem dire or it might seem challenging, but you're just moving to a different level. You know, it's like right now what I'm seeing is a snake shedding its skin. It might be uncomfortable, it might be, itchy. But you're moving into the next chapter. You're letting go of something you don't need. And I think this main female is the one that helps you through this. This person, this is going to be weird. This person either smells really good or has an affinity for gardening. They're very well put together. And I feel like they have good intentions, but maybe some people don't like them because I get the sense they're very direct. And not everyone wants to hear the truth, right? Some people want you to put a little icing on it. Occupation in the reverse. So you may be going through a transition in terms of how you make money or what you want to do. That could be, a smaller change in terms of how far the needle moves, where, you were in sales and now you're moving into management. It could be a bigger, like you're going to be on a board. Um, Maybe you're going to write a book. Maybe you're going to write a screenplay. There's something here about you doing something that feels a little risky, but there's somebody that's there that you can trust. This is why we have Nyx coming out, that mother of all night creatures. There's somebody here who is actually in your corner, wanting to make sure that things go the way they should for you. So I don't know why specifically they're watching out for you. We can ask that. So we have the Prince of Swords and the Six of Swords in the reverse. Again, with the air energy. So you may be dealing with somebody, or you may have Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra in their chart. But I see that there's a step backwards. Something got worse, but it's like that saying that sometimes things get worse before they get better. I don't know, is that just like a medication for when you're ill kind of thing? You guys, we have the Seven of Cups in the reverse, clarifying the Seven of Cups in the upright. So what was at one point confusing or cloudy is going to become quite clear. You're going to know exactly what you need or exactly what you want. So anticipate that clarity. We already had clarity over here. You're getting the answers you need. This is a fresh start. I mean, you can tell me whatever you want, but these two cards, they're related in some way. We have a new beginning because of something that you started long ago, something that didn't come to fruition, but you still desire. This is like something that you had kind of deemed a failure or something that you wouldn't be able to do or achieve. You're having another opportunity at this, and it feels like you could actually make it work. But we had the Eight of Swords come out sideways, indicating that there is going to be a choice here. You have to, I think, choose a slightly riskier path in order to have success, because we have the Ace of Pentacles in the reverse here. So it's under the Eight of Swords in the reverse and next to the Eight of Swords in the upright. You have to choose without having all the information. One path is the right path and one is not the right path. So the wrong path, you would know it because it would involve dealing with somebody who is controlling or unable to speak up for themselves. So this could be like one of those people that I lack power in my own life, so I have to like find a way to exert it over other people's lives. Hi there, Miss Brianna. How are you doing? Or this is somebody who insists on controlling everything, right? They try to control their own lives as well as everybody else's. But this is somebody who is quite accustomed to using information or people to get the outcome that they desire. This is the wrong path, okay? Because we're right under the Six of Swords in the reverse. It may seem like the more practical because of this person's position or influence within the organization or society, community. Nine of Cups in the reverse, Five of Cups. I don't know if you can hear that wind, but it is kind of loud out there. We have the Nine of Cups in the reverse with the Five of Cups in the upright. Somebody is going to regret being selfish with you. This feels to me like the Emperor in the reverse has some sort of strong desire or need to work with you. Maybe just an example, we have a really important client that the Emperor is trying to close as a new customer, and this client only wants to work with you. And so this Emperor in the reverse is going to do anything they can to make sure that they get you on board, but they're really just using you, right? They're not going to do right by you. That's just an example, obviously, but there's something here about someone feeling like you're the way to ensnare something, but they don't have the right intentions. So they don't deserve to have this win. We have the Seven of Wands, Eight of Pentacles in the reverse, Prince of Wands in the reverse. You will be protected even if this person tries to cause issues for you in terms of progress in your work or perhaps your own business, because this does look like a person who would retaliate if they don't get what they want. With the Prince of Wands in the reverse, which is like the Knight of Wands in the reverse, we have somebody here who is definitely an angry little person. Sorry, I shouldn't say it like that. But like lots of anger in a small concentrated area is kind of what I'm getting at. This person lashes out and they may try to influence you to do what they want you to do. But I think you're strong enough to avoid it or resist it. Three of Wands, the other path. Shut up. This is weird, you guys. Okay, so this may be tied to the short reading that I did yesterday, where I had an Emperor and an Empress in the reverse. I think I called it something about a greedy couple. Oops. Getting their justice or something. But this is wild. We have the Empress right underneath the Emperor. So Empress in the reverse, this is somebody who is a taker. Somebody who can't do their own thing, so they have to find a way to take from somebody else. Two tens, betrayal, and yet money. You may get stuck in between two difficult, powerful people. Some of you may literally be a lawyer trying to negotiate a divorce here. Others of you may be a child dealing with parents that are completely unreasonable as they go through a dissolution of marriage. But there is something, something big at stake here. This Ten of Pentacles is a lot of money. It could be a business. It could be somebody's, like total estate. Seven of Pentacles in the reverse. Somebody wants something for nothing. 7, 7. So the number 7 could be important to you. We also have the Seven of Swords up here. Or the number 10. Or the number 3. You guys have a lot of duplicates here. This is kind of a wild reading. We've got, I think, a lot going on here. We've got somebody who wants to punish another person. The Fool in the reverse. This is like, no, I want you to go back to go. Don't collect $200. Don't, whatever. Go to jail, whatever it is. This is somebody who wants to ruin another person. The Devil. Page of Swords in the reverse. So this person could be trying to initiate legal issues for this Emperor in the reverse. I don't feel like either of them are very good people. Yeah, there's something that this couple, if they were a couple, or these two people were trying to hide, that they really can't hide. And I think it has to do with how they acquired money. And remember, we had the card for cleanse. There is something here that needs to be saged. The Hanged Man in the reverse and the Six of Cups. Yeah, this is giving me the vibes of sacrifice. I think these people were able to build an expensive lifestyle off of other people's hard work. Queen of Swords in the reverse. We have somebody who is vindictive, disloyal, and dishonest. Remember, we had truthfulness. So if these are your two choices, neither of them look good, really. Six of Pentacles in the reverse. This person wants to take something that isn't theirs. Something for nothing. Knight of Swords, the Sun in the reverse. They did something quickly in hopes that somebody would not be able to notice. The King of Wands in the reverse, which would be like our Emperor in the reverse, right? So these people are just trying to screw each other over, you guys. You're the only redeeming energy in this reading. All right, let's go with the Beginner's Tarot since we have beginners in morality. What else do we have? The King of Wands, by the way, is absolutely, when he's in the reverse, somebody like the Emperor in the reverse that is going to have probably anger management issues or not be able to control how they treat people. They're a little bit, you know, like arrogant. We have the Knight of Pentacles and the Sun. So that's interesting because we did have, where are you? I think we had the Knight of Pentacles, yep, in the reverse at the very beginning. So I like to see it in the upright. This means somebody is finally having some sense of accomplishment here or progress towards getting the truth. So I could be doing this reading for somebody who is in charge of investigating or determining the truth in this situation. But honestly, it feels like we have two people that have been pretty difficult to like. We'll put it that way. Eight of Cups. And because they are parting ways, it's like there's a chasm. There's a war. A melee. I love that word. We have the Three of Cups. So there's going to be some sort of resolution here. You may be in charge of coming up with that. This King of Cups in the reverse could talk about impartiality. The Nine of Cups in the reverse, selfishness. Wheel of Fortune in the reverse, misfortune, mistakes. You have the King of Cups again. Shifty in dealings, coldness. Yeah, this is like a giant shit stew, if I'm honest. Lots of selfishness, lots of greed. Let's get some of the Gypsy Oracle and see what else we get. Oh, I'm so glad you like them. Thank you, Delphinia. Yeah, I got a lot to do today, so I had to get an early start. I woke up, no alarm clock or anything at like 4:50, and I was like, well, we could just get this day started. So here I am. All right, we have wedding, and it's right next to money in the reverse. Weird. So we've got a user. We've sorrow. This wedding did not work out. Yeah, this feels like a divorce. And waiting. That looks like the same person. Look at her outfit and her cute little red hat or headscarf, whatever it is. It's like somebody wants to make the other person sorry. But that's not really something you do by like making them more upset at you. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, these are not very bright people. Sorry. You just so much hatred. Like, what do you think is going to come from throwing out a bunch of hate at people? So there could be an argument over a house or a property. For some of you, it could actually be more of like a motorhome or a cabin or trailer. There's just anything I can fight over. I want to fight over it. And we have reunion in the reverse. So this is like, no, I don't even want to talk to you. So if you've seen any movie ever with a divorced couple, sitting across the table from each other, trying to divide assets, like shit hitting the fan, like that's what we have here. People that cannot agree on anything. But you're there to mediate, or you're there to try to calm the situation down. We have young woman. And widower. So there's an innocence in this young woman. Doesn't actually have to be a woman, although it could be, obviously. But we've got somebody here who is mourning the loss of a reality. I don't know that it's a person, of a situation, and trying to find a way to hold everything together respectfully. So I do feel like we have someone, remember I was talking about this feminine energy being kind of a guide. We have somebody here who is able to, be reasonable. We have frivolity. We might be a little bit in the clouds. Might be a Pisces. And we have doctor in the reverse. So it's time to get serious is kind of the message I get here. And when things get serious, then maybe we can get a resolution. What's popping up in my brain right now is like a sit down with Beth Dutton. Like, okay, here's how it's going to end for you guys. Like time to be polite has ended. And now we're just going to tell you how it really is, because y'all are just costing yourselves money. All right, what else do we have, please? We have the Queen of Pentacles. King of Wands. It's nice to see two energies in the upright. Five of Wands. So I do feel like the word impartiality or fairness is really important here during whatever this battle is. With the Five of Wands, that is, as you can see from the image, definitely about a battle, a fight, right? And I kind of get the impression that this Queen of Pentacles and King of Wands is a younger generation, right? We had young woman over here. So this could be like the kids but they seem like young adults to me. And it feels to me like we have a younger generation that is handling themselves with more dignity than the parents. I'm just going to say it how it is. We have the Emperor. Nice to see you in the upright, kind sir. Knight of Wands. So, I love this Emperor with that white beard. He makes me think of the old dude in Kill Bill. Let's see, would that be two? I think. Maybe it's one. You know, the um with the Knight of Wands, this is fast moving energy, somebody taking action. I feel like there's just a bunch of people trying to outwit each other, or at least two or three people trying to outwit each other. But what really happens here is somebody learns a lesson about being petty. So whoever is the most petty is going to lose. We have the Four of Swords. And the Tower in the reverse. All right, so for some of you, this masculine energy is going to see the folly in trying to argue back and forth or get the best situation possible. So it's like somebody decides, okay, I could probably just like be a little bit more reasonable here. And they do something to try to facilitate a resolution, take some action, sign something, or say, like, I don't need this. And then with the Tower in the reverse, something that someone was trying to prevent happens anyways, which I believe this petty fighting is just, struggling to accept that somebody's really walking away from a situation. So this feminine energy may be trying to prolong the battle because they don't want the end of the relationship. Because now we have the Four of Wands in the reverse. So we have somebody basically saying, I would like to cut my losses. I know that I am going to lose maybe more than I wanted to, but I'm really sick of this stupid battle. Hi, Jeremy. How are you doing? Hello, Amber. I know. Thank God it's Friday, huh? All right. There's that Nine of Pentacles in the reverse again with the Seven of Pentacles. So whatever this feminine energy was trying to do in terms of causing some dilemma or investigation to happen, it's not going to be as successful as she thought it would be. So if she wanted to get somebody in legal trouble, that's not going to happen. If she wanted to delay the proceedings, she may have done that, but it's not going to completely stop them, right? It's still going to happen. So something here had to be lost. And I think it's because of, in particular, the Empress in the reverse. We have the Eight of Cups in the reverse. Somebody is coming back around. It's like, I feel like this Emperor with the Eight of Cups in the reverse is somebody who's like coming back down to earth. Like, hey, I don't really have the time or the energy to keep battling this person. You can have the cabin and I'm going to go on my merry way. Seven of Swords, but that's not really what this feminine energy wanted. Devil in the reverse. It's like realizing you no longer have the power over somebody to ruin their day because they have decided you don't have that power anymore. So this feminine energy is upset, but for kind of a strange reason. So we have Judgment, a decision being made, I believe, in favor of the masculine energy, and the Lovers. Ooh, what's this about? Four of Pentacles and Ace of Cups. So there could be a new love that springs from this whole debacle. This could be you meet somebody as a result of your parents getting divorced, or you meet somebody after your own divorce goes through, There is something beautiful that comes from this difficult situation. Again, we have like something being born here or some seed being planted. Make all the jokes you want after something ends, right? So there is beautiful love that happens after a very drawn out legal battle. Page of Swords in the reverse, legal issues pertaining to a marriage. So we have 10 of Cups in the reverse. And the 8 of Pentacles. Somebody may find that a job or a new calling prompts them to move to a different location. And with the Chariot, I do feel like that's the right step forward. It also may help to distance yourself from the Empress in the reverse. All right, kind of a weird one, you guys. I hope you got something of value from it, some clarity, I hope, right? We've got clarity is promised right here. I'll try to do a couple more shorts and at least one more reading for you guys today. But as I mentioned earlier, kind of a crazy day. So I'll see you later. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Bye, guys.